It almost sounds at times like he is complaining. When he first burst onto the political scene, he was on the attack, and he was sort of showing strength. And now it's much, much different.
Look, I wrote down a phrase, this sounds whiny. And he did. He just came across, frankly, I got a couple of teenagers, so I'm used to whining. And that's kind of what this sounded like, you know. He came across a bit that way. The other aspect to this that I think we shouldn't forget, a lot of people are trying to, you can make the comparisons to 2016 to today. In 2016, he aired the grievances of other people. Whatever you think of Donald Trump, he was airing, I think, you know, he was airing grievances about trade and about China and about the border, right? Well, in theory, he was airing the voter grievances. This time it's all about himself, right? And that whole speech, and what's interesting there is that, again, it goes back to his entire 2024 strategy from the day he announced. By the way, he ought to stop doing events at Mar-a-Lago because it saps his energy. This is very similar to how his announcement speech went, which also had a bit low energy. Whatever it is.
Teleprompter vibes,
you know,
maybe.
Yeah, teleprompter's a good observation there, too. Whenever you put that in front of him, he's leaning on it a bit too much. It's maybe that's what saps his energy. But something there does. I do think it's notable. I think it's the first time he's ever admitted he lost the election. He did it in a backhanded way when he said, I just, you know, that when he talked about Twitter and he made up some weird statistic that somehow Twitter hid the New York Post in a way that I guess everybody in New York wouldn't see the New York Post without going to Twitter. I don't understand that logic. But then he said 17 points, and he says all we needed was 16.9. And I went, whoa, Donald Trump's admitting he didn't win the election. That isn't, at least it's notable that he's going down that road. But this struck me as he's desperately hoping this entire campaign is about protecting himself legally. He did it by announcing and everything in that speech. He's trying to get the party to rally around him. He's no longer worried about them.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.